Good morning, everyone. April 29th, and now we are recording. And we're live on Facebook again, so we can start simulcasting from our Zoom calls, all of our weekly Zoom calls onto Facebook again. Again, thank you, Coach Clarissa, who helped crack the code for me. She spent quite a bit of time on the phone with me over the last few days, going through the technical setup procedure. Zoom changed something, and so but we overcame the change. So April 29th, and this is our morning business chat, and got some fun information to share with you based on a conversation we had with our Chief Sales Officer yesterday, Ryan Anderson. And the company is moving in the direction of coming out again. We're moving towards a post-COVID operating activities. And the company is doing their first regional in a year, 2 days from now in Branson, Missouri. I don't know if any of you saw that either on the newsletter. They sent out a corporate newsletter yesterday, talked about it. And also we posted it in our group Facebook, the Live Younger Facebook group. So if you know anybody in Missouri, in travel distance to Missouri, get them there for a Friday night business opportunity presentation for 1 hour. And then again, Saturday morning, they're going to do a 9 to 10 business presentation, product and business. You know, with LifeWave, it's going to be mostly product, but you can send your guests there. It's a $10 fee for Saturday, and I don't know if that's for the training or for the opportunity meeting.
The training meeting is free.
So the training, excuse me, gonna have Ryan Anderson and Emily Hollingshead. Both are going to be there. It's going to be hosted by Michael Accurso. He's one of our downline senior presidentials. He'll be hosting the meeting there. And open meeting for everybody. So if you know anybody, get them to in the vicinity, get them to Branson, Missouri. Excuse me, I think it's at the Hyatt, but you can go online and find that out. But here's the inside information for the Live Younger business community. The company wants to move in a direction of conducting maybe 4 of these a month. Okay. I've already put a request in for Denver. So Denver folks, celebrate. I'm thinking Phoenix is another good candidate.
Not in the summer.
Phoenix is another good candidate. And I'm putting it out to you. If you have where you live, if you think we could get 50 to 100 people there or more, or you have downline in an area that you think we should be considering doing a regional, and we'll have either Emily or Ryan. This is an anomaly. They're not both going to be there. They'll probably take turns. They might even do 2 different ones on the same weekend. And certainly Robin and or I would, make every effort to be there also. So I'm just putting it out there. If you'd like to see a regional in your city or state, let us know, because we have an opportunity to kind of stack the deck with Ryan on the cities that we want to launch with. And certainly Phoenix is a good candidate, because I know Connie Lucas is down there along with Dr. Nicholas, Dr. Joan. Certainly the Colorado front there, because we have so many folks in Colorado. And so I'm just really open to your input, and I'll forward that on to Ryan and get it on the calendar. So we're coming out, the LifeWave is coming out. So that's exciting. So any feedback or comments on that? And otherwise I'll kind of shift it over to Robin, and maybe we'll chat about the, you just can't beat, and let me update some of you that maybe weren't on the Monday night call. Robin and I were invited to join Connie and her team down in Florida with her sponsor. Harris Williams has a home right on the beach, Siesta Key, Sarasota, Florida. And we put up a tent in his backyard, and we had about 50 or 60 people from Connie's team there. Wish we could have invited all of you, but his backyard has limited seating, but now that the company's willing to do it, they're doing it at the Hyatt, and the company is footing the bill for the hotel. So there will be a nominal charge, probably for attendance, maybe like $10. Guests will be free, and what we'll recommend. But onward and upward. So any feedback on that? Otherwise, we'll kind of shift gears and talk briefly about the comp plan training that was on last night.
Well, I just wanted to put a vote in for Los Angeles.
There you go, Doug.
Yeah. I'm not sure I can get 50 or 60 people myself, but I've got some big players here with Lavelle and others.
Oh, perfect,
That's
perfect.
right.
So-
Yeah, that's right.
Lavelle.
Lavelle's right in the backyard. So why don't you talk to Lavelle and see, are you in Lavelle's group?
No, I'm not. No.
Okay, then I'll talk to him, but let's
Okay.
think about where might be the perfect place to do it in LA. Is it, the east side, the west side, south side, north
Orange
side,
County.
Orange County, but, and for them, yeah, that would be awesome. So certainly Los Angeles is a great target.
Yeah, I would say West Side, but they're in Pasadena.
Mhm.
So, and not to hijack the call too much, but they're
Yeah,
in
no,
Pasadena.
they're
I'm on the
actually
west
in-
side.
Rancho
They're in
Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rancho. I thought they were in Pasadena for some
Oh,
reason.
Rancho
Okay.
Cucamonga.
Isn't
Oh,
that
yeah,
it?
then that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, LA greater area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks.
Okay. So that's it. So that's the good news about the company opening up to begin doing regionals. And again, with the target for Connie's benefit, who just jumped on, Phoenix and Denver would be two prime targets that I'm going to submit to Ryan as targets to create some events there.
You talk about the 90-day thing that he talked about.
And one of the things Ryan mentioned is once we open a market, that he'd like to come back every 90 days.
And
Yeah,
really build on the momentum.
really build on the momentum. So any other feedback on the launching of the regional program for LifeWave? Otherwise, we'll move on to other subject material. And you're all muted. You'll have to unmute yourself. That's probably enough. I'm going to pass it over to Robin. And I know last night there was part 3 in the comp plan training. And so we'd like to just kind of drill down on that a bit, see if anybody has any questions or if any ahas or they came out of that. So I'm going to turn this part over to Robin.
Thank you, Gregory. And yeah, that's pretty exciting that we get to see. It was so wonderful to be together in person. And we had a very respectful way if people were open to hugs or not. That was very easy. We marked their name tag with gold stars or other colors. So live events are starting to happen. And now I just want to transition. Who wants to make any comments about Chuck Michael's comp plan training last night or have any questions about it? Raise your hand if you were on it. I got one. Let me look at the other page. Anyone else on it? Raise your hand. Okay. So, Doug,
Yes.
what'd you think? Was it helpful?
Okay. Oh, well, first of all, I don't really know him, so I'm still really new. So I just really appreciated his cars.
Yeah, me too.
Those of you that missed out, this guy's a collector of classics. And was it a Ferrari or a Lamborghini?
Oh, there were a whole bunch of them, and there was the one he was sitting right next to happened to be a really old, just a beautiful old car. Anyway, that was kind of fun. But it was he was really professional, and again, I hadn't met him, didn't really know him. So, but what I liked how he broke it down. First of all, I love yellow pads. I'm a writer myself. So it was great that it's okay. The technology, there's nothing like the app, no question about that. But doing it on a piece of paper and keeping it really simple. And he brought up talking about instead of using 660 and 330, just using like 10,000 and 20,000. Just use round numbers. I thought that was an interesting take. The other thing is talking about teams and talking about the country and the Mississippi River, and you've got a right team or an east team and a west team, and just think of other ways to make it really simple and not use jargon, like not using a comp plan, but how you get paid. Let me explain to you how you get paid. I thought that was a useful distinction for me.
Right.
So,
Thank you. Yeah, for those of you that were not on it, Chuck Michael, for for a very long time, was the number one income earner in the company. And he's scooted down a little bit, but he's still in the top five, I think. So he's definitely worth listening to, when someone has success like that. Remember, success leaves clues, and he did a beautiful job of using metaphors, like you said, Doug, of, simplifying out of the jargon for the average person. Because if someone says, explain the comp plan, and instead of saying, pay lag and power lag, he said, left of the Mississippi, yeah, and the east or west of the Mississippi, you put your people. He was just trying to make it as easy as possible for people to comprehend what the plan is. And he literally had a notepad with a Sharpie, and he drew pictures, no slides, very casual. That he said some profound things. And was there anyone else on it that wants to share before I jump in? Okay.
Yes, yes, this is Tina, and I was on it, and I thought it was just fantastic, and I can't wait to listen to it again.
Great, great. Yeah, it was a totally different style than what we're used to, because it was so casual and so non-techy, and I thought that would really appeal to a lot of people, that he literally drew his stuff on his notepad. Okay. Well,
Robin,
yes,
Robin. Hey, it's Michelle.
yes,
I'm just going to second what Doug said, and the woman, I can't remember who just spoke, but I love that it was not techie, because I'm not real techie. I don't do PowerPoint and all that. I love that. And also how he talked about generations. That was kind of fun. And saying, this plan pays to infinity. And he was really explaining very well how even if you have someone that's several levels below, and he talked about your children and your grandchildren, it was kind of cute. So it doesn't matter where you sponsor, it could be 100 or 1,000 levels below where you are, and you're still getting paid. So I definitely will listen to it again as well. It was excellent. I recommend it to everyone who wasn't able to be on.
great. So, as I said, he's a senior presidential and one of the top income earners in the world, and he has been for a long time. And he was there in the early stages when things were really different. So it's fun to get to connect. We met him in Los Angeles, March 31st, 2019 is a very, very special day. That's the day X39 was launched in the US, and it was the final day of the global tour introducing it. And we got to be there, and that's the day the penny dropped for Gregory. Yay. So I want to share what he said at the end. And I don't know if everyone stayed on to the end, but that's, to me, the golden nugget for me. One of the things he does that is, I think, brilliant, wise, simple, and duplicatable is if he's introducing the patches, the product or the business, he uses the same line. And I think it's brilliant. It says, let me tell you what happened to me. And then he goes on, and it could be a personal story, it could be a third person story, it could be about product or business. So, it's like, if you don't have your own testimonial, let me tell you what happened to me. I was going through our webpage, and I came across this story about someone that had sleep and energy problems and was introduced to these patches, and their life transformed. What it does from my perspective is it creates engagement and curiosity. And again, this is, we'll say this ad nauseum, is, the stories are really the gems of the business. And we have endless amount of stories. Jim, I think it was Jim Maver, shared an amazing story on our Facebook group yesterday that I was like, wow, that was a wow. And we have them every day. You've heard me say that, I love this business because I wake up and I get to hear miracle stories. And one of the things that I did in Florida is I was, in one of the units, and I had my camera, and people were sharing their testimonials. So I got to hear them all. And it was so, that's why I do this, is, we give people hope, we change lives. So a product way to share, let me tell you what happened to me. At the time, that, we started building the business, we shared a pack of X39. That's what our budget could afford at the time. And look what's happened. So, whatever it is that is a story that you can connect with, that relates to whoever your prospect is. And, the product stories really get people, especially getting people out of pain. It's brilliant. So, let me tell you what happened to me. That's the way he engages people and starts conversations that creates curiosity and openness, and the rest is history. So who wants to ask questions or share anything?
Oh, hi, it's Helen.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened to me.
I love it. I love it.
Last night, we were on the team that is, England, Spain, France, Kenya, Australia, and they were over the moon about the Spring Silver Spring bonus program. So
Hey,
I wanted to let you know they were very excited. There's some good plans ahead. So
Nice.
thank you.
Okay.
beautiful.
Want to mention? Okay. Who's next? Questions about that?
Let me tell you what happened to me.
All right, Sarah.
I love it.
Yesterday, I was on Dr. Nicholas's call and I ended up in tears because a woman spoke about her 95-year-old mother who was already receiving hospice. And this woman ended up jumping out of bed, making her own bed, taking care of herself, going to the bathroom. And this is only after 2 weeks of using X39 and the pain patch, the ice wave. So this was
95.
amazing. 95.
Wow.
She got back her life.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I actually have a little wow counter. Just notice in your life how often you say wow. And how often
Okay.
you hear other people say wow when you share one of those stories. That's a wow.
That's a wow.
Yeah, people can graduate from hospice. Isn't that
Yeah.
wonderful? Yeah. Who's
And I
next?
would also like to just share that I thought his talk was amazing. It was really so fantastic the way he made it so simple to understand. I really got green lights again and again from his explanation. So it was so wonderful.
Beautiful. And I think it's a great example that there's not one right way to share. And what he did was he made it so available to people in language that they could connect with. And he
Absolutely.
used these great metaphors. And I just, love that he used a pad and a pen. I thought that was fabulous. Yeah. Refreshing,
Back
isn't
to
it?
basics.
Yeah. Okay. So this is our Thursday morning business chat.
Where do we find that replay?
The replay, Emily said, will be up in a week on the LifeWave YouTube channel. And what you do is you go to LifeWave Health, you go to YouTube and put in LifeWave Health, and then you search you search Connect, and it'll give you all the LifeWave Connect replays.
So it's not available on the Facebook?
It's wait, it is, you can probably see it on the Facebook page because
The
they
Lifeway
put it
Business
on
Builder?
a Lifewave Business Builder, and it wasn't a Lifewave Connect. I stand corrected, but it will be on the Lifewave channel, Lifewave Health on YouTube. But you can probably go, and maybe we can find it right now and show you where. If you're not a member of the Lifewave Business Builder Facebook group, highly recommend you join it. Emily does a live every Monday morning. They have contests, they have giveaways, they share training, information, acknowledgement. They're introducing the staff, which is really nice to get to know the people and that you talk to on the phone when you call customer service. So I highly recommend everyone. And when you go there, you have an opportunity to invite your team. So it'll scroll through, invite. And Vervel, God bless you, she's always on it. She says it's there now on Lifeway Business Builders. So those of you that missed it can go see it right away on that website. and become a member and invite your team. Yay,
And,
Brett Lau.
And David's talk on Eon is there as well, in case you missed it.
Great. And we want to put that in our Facebook group. So we need to share that link in our Facebook group. If it's a YouTube, it's even better
Mhm.
because then you can share it with other people. If it's just a Facebook, you have to be a member to open that one up. So let's see if it's a YouTube link. Great. Who's next? Oh, it's already 9:23. Oh my gosh. Any final comments or questions from anyone?
You know what, Robin, I have one.
Yes, Michael.
Hey, and this is just a testimonial, and I love this because you know what, some people ask about the placebo effect. My brother has a little Jack Russell Terrier, and she's about 14 years old, and she started getting these severe tremors and would fall over. She'd lose her motor skills and go into a paralyzed state, and then would, you know, lose her bowel movements.
Oh my.
And they've taken her to the vet, and the vet just said it is what it is. You know, there's nothing that you can do about it. And so I had an X39 patch on my, I don't go to their house very often, but I was over there. I had one on the back of my neck, and I tore it off, and we put it on her. And, you know, I just said, leave it on 12 hours, put it back off, and I'll give you a few more. Since she's been on the patch, that has not happened to her. And that was over 8 or 9 days ago.
Love it.
You gotta love it.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the placebo effect, I mean, so for anybody that gets that, I mean, I think that's a great testament about
Yeah,
placebo.
placebo with animals. And I was on the phone yesterday and our cat was eating right near where he was, and he was having kind of like sneezes, and I mean, he was just reacting. And I just put an Eon patch. I didn't tell you this, honey. I just put an Eon patch on his back and calm as can be. So it's so amazing what we have. And it's so fun. And we have the privilege of sharing this with the world. And we are at the early stages. This is truly a networker's dream. And I've shared this many times. To be with a mature company, a 16-year-old company that's experiencing hyper growth. We have people that are using this as their swan song. They're coming out of retirement. They don't want to miss the ride. They want to end their career on a high note. And we're really at the early stages of the kind of growth we're going to have. Just imagine when ordering is easy and when the customer program is got all the kinks worked out. Just imagine how easy things are going to be.
And let me just, on that note, let me say that we are looking for leaders in your downline, okay?
Yes.
That want to join your downline. And please know that we're available for three-way calls to people like that. I mean, obviously with a large organization like we have, we can't do a three-way call with everybody for anybody. But if you've got someone that could be a leader, you know, someone that has experience, that has, you know, credibility, contacts, and seriously looking at LifeWave, we're here for you. We love doing three-way calls. Okay. So don't think we're out of reach, because we're here for you.
Okay.
Hey, this is Paul in Florida.
Hey, Paul.
I just wanted to tell you that this has happened to me. I've been around a year just doing a customer base because where I live and who I know, but it finally happened. Just write these two names down. Bill Ice, he's become a manager in less than 2 weeks.
Woohoo.
He's going to go right through the roof. He's going to be, according to Ron Ledford, he's going to be the next presidential member.
Nice.
I guess they had quite a conversation. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm having fun now. I'm moving up. I'm just next step away from the next rank. And I'm healthy. I'm 78. My golf game is better. My hair is turning brown. My girlfriend's nails are great. So it's all good.
That's
Love
great,
it.
Paul.
Thank you,
And I
Paul.
love that call last night. It was incredible.
Oh, beautiful. Thanks for sharing.
Great. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. It's time for us to stop our, oops.
And tomorrow, not tomorrow, excuse me,
Please.
Saturday, there's no 30 minutes of wisdom tomorrow, because it's the fifth Wednesday. One of the phenomena every once in a while, there's fifth Friday, I'll get it straight. And Robin does 30 minutes of wisdom the second and fourth Friday. Last Friday was fabulous. And if you haven't heard it, click on the replay from the newsletter or in our YouTube channel. But on Saturday, Judy Daniel, the creator of our beloved Nitty Gritty 101 training site, and I are going to be doing the Saturday morning training. And we're going to be covering step 1 in our proven plan of action, prepare. So love to see you and specifically your new members of your team. These Saturday morning trainings are for the new people and ongoing education for everyone else. So Saturday morning.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up, and we'll see you on Saturday morning. And have a wonderful day.
Yeah,
And
if you
let me
wanna-
tell you what happened to me. Have fun with that one. Just practice it because
Yes.
it's so easy and it's so accessible for everyone to talk about product and business. Okay.
Love it.
If you want to unmute yourself to say goodbye, please
Yep.
feel free
Have
to
a
do
good
that.
day, everybody.
Yeah.
Great.
Bye.
Saturday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah.